The Mike and Tony Show is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, this is Mitch Jones. You're listening to Mike and Tony. Put it in your skull parts, everybody.
Yeah, they say that like the super thick wallets, you can, if you sit on them all the time, that your spine can literally become misaligned from it.
Yeah, I'm definitely misaligned. And, my chakras, everything aligned at this point.
So we're under the guise of a podcast today. This is an intervention. It's time for one of those
to talk about your wallet.
I thought this might be happening.
Apple gets you some Apple Pay, brother.
I saw this coming from a mile away, actually. So I left all my drugs elsewhere.
Oh my God.
No.
Mike Pierce. It's episode 277 today. It's a Friday night, and we have a special guest tonight. Cameron Schuyler is back for the second time.
Yeah.
With us.
Yes, sir. In the house. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, it's good to see you, brother. I had to remember how to spell your name all over again.
Oh, yeah. I can't even pronounce my own last name, by the way. So,
well, that's
I'm
what
sorry.
you said the last time. You're like, I'm Cameron.
Cameron Skirt.
How you been, brother? How's life?
I've been good. I mean, I have been good, in the sense of good things are happening. We've been working with some amazing bands, and we, as in me and my team, and the people supporting me, which would be mostly my family and my manager, Michael Patty. We've been working on some great projects with some great bands, kind of behind the scenes at the beginning of this year, and some of it's starting to get out there, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
We're here for I'm here again. I think it's just me, right? Is there anybody else behind me? Yeah.
He keeps on saying we, like, I'm
it's a group effort. Okay. So
like, I think Cam might be a little schizo.
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of that.
He's very artistic.
It's a little bit of that. There's the voices telling me. Yeah. No, we just came up here for I'm gonna keep saying we, I guess. The Elovaters are at Red Rocks this weekend. And that's we had a poster drop, which was awesome. They had a pre-party, and it was over at this bar, amazing bar. The Brew, it's something in Brews, and I'll get that name for you guys before we go. I'll look it up. But yeah, we had a great time down there with all the fans. I was signing a bunch of posters, doing some doodles on the posters that we dropped there with the Elovaters. And they had a sweet foil that Sick Printing did for us, who's a local printer out here in Boulder. So we've just been, experiencing that, and it's been awesome, to get the chance to do that work for the Elovaters because, I admire that band, tremendously. I think they're just so talented, and I love the music.
Hell yeah,
and,
brother.
if I have connection with the music and I am inspired by it, I want to try to create something for, with those bands. If I could collaborate with other artists that inspire me, that's the dream, right? So,
Didn't you also do a live yesterday too?
Yes. So I brought down a canvas and the
What?
I brought a canvas and started painting a version of it, a live painted version of that same piece. So,
wow,
that's in the works, and we're going to be finishing it up at Red Rocks. So a little bit of the base coat is there with a sketch, and everybody's I think looking forward to seeing that saw that at the party. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. The cool thing about this Elevator Show dollar is that this is Elevator's like first headlining here at the Red Rocks too.
Yeah,
I know. I just was looking at their tour schedule.
Yeah, we went to me and Dollar last year. Saw them at the Mission Ballroom, and I think I talked that with you before, and I definitely with Dollar that like their show, the lighting, the sound, like all that stuff that they presented was just, it's a good show. They put on a great show.
Oh yeah,
every single time.
They've already got a great production, and you got to give it to Ineffable because their label that they're on, they're working with a great team, like the same guys that brought Stick Figure up
Yep.
You know, Thomas Cousins, you got to give him tip off to him. He's you know, definitely steering. You can tell he's been working hard with them, you know, and they're working hard for it and they're putting in the work and you can see the result.
Yeah.
You know, they got a huge, I mean, I think it's a big following already.
Oh yeah.
For a band that, you know, I'm not saying they came out of nowhere, but for me, cause I'm like West Coast and they're over
East Coast. Yeah.
East Coast.
Yep.
I hadn't had the early, you know, exposure to their music. And so, but I kind of caught the wave over here in Cali, seeing them at all these different shows and opening for bands that I like too. And I just been blown away every time. Like these guys have the smoky voice on Jackson, you know, everybody's just a tight musical.
Yep.
It's a, you know, genius over there in that band.
Well, that's what we were talking about with Patty, that, you know, the hype of the Elovaters right now is like real.
Yeah.
Like we haven't had somebody come up in the reggae rock scene like this in a while, you know, since like maybe like Slightly or Stick, you know,
or like Dirty Heads.
Yeah.
I mean, for even, I would say, you know, I'd like to say they've made a huge impact quickly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fun to see and fun to be kind of a part of, or even, you know, get to, you know, see, you know? So I've been bearing witness to the rise of the Elovaters and they are rising. And I mean, and it's in their name, you know?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they're, you know, creatively, I like the way that the band presents themselves, as well as, you know, the music. They're just, you know, if we want to get into the art side of things, I like all the art they've been putting out too, you know, their posters, their merch, things like that. Kind of catch my eye.
Well, what is it? Was it Jackson that did the painting of Red Rocks?
The painting, I know, Nick Asta is a painter, and he's solid. He's got some good work out there. He's got a following with his art as well. So check his stuff out. It's funny because they came by the booth when I was at Cali Roots and like stopped by and said, "Hey, we should work together sometime." And then I've had the same conversation with the bass player at Bayfest backstage one day when I was there shooting, and I made it backstage somehow, and we're just shooting the breeze, and he was like, you know, like, yeah, we should do something sometime, you know. So it's like in passing, it's been in the air for a while, and then it just kind of came together, you know. So I mean, not without, you know, management talking and making it happen. And you know, that was kind of part of our trip last time. We met up with Reed last time we came out here to Denver.
Yep.
And you know, we had some great conversations about working together, so it was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
I feel like that's how all the best stuff happens. It just sort of unfolds. That's been like your whole path, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I've been pursuing art, but it's definitely like unfolded before me, the opportunities to work with bands, because I mean, you know, social media kind of changed the game where I could send off a few images directly to the band, and it could change everything, you know, as far as what I wanted to do, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I love this community in the music scene. That's really the biggest part for me, is like, I like the people in the scene. I know what I like and I want to see in art, right? And I'm just trying to get that out there for people, you know, that I like and I get good feedback from, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not trying to like, hey, I like the bad feedback too. It helps me get better. So, you know, but I love the people in this scene because they're so, you know,
it's fucking awesome, dude.
They've been so good to me, you know?
I wanted to ask you about like the live stuff. Anything I was like trying to be disciplined and go back and listen to our last episode, so I didn't ask you the same questions.
Yeah.
But I was curious, like, do you get nervous for the live stuff?
Definitely, like the bigger the event, it can be a little nerve-wracking, you know?
Yeah.
Like I've sweat up there a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So
as with all performance, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you ever had something like go wrong, like you're just like, oh no, and just fix it? And
did I tell you about Stick Figure last time? At Reggae in the Desert?
I don't think so.
Oh man, I don't know if I told you that story.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, I'll just make it the synopsis or the
hurry up. We have
we're gonna hurry up. No, well, I mean, if we're gonna go through it, I was on stage with Stick Figure, right? This is Coco was on stage, and the whole band, you know, was there. Obviously, it was a full set at Reggae in the Desert in Las Vegas. And this was, I want to say 2012, 2018. And Stick Figure wasn't headlining, right? It was they usually had the Jamaican acts up top. They would bring in, like Don Carlos, I think, and a few other major acts, from Jamaica. And it's very much like they had Jamaican cuisine. It was like very like reggae culture, like true reggae culture.
Yeah.
Trying to bring both the balance of, real reggae, like original Jamaican reggae and new reggae rock. And all those genres were there. But
hell yeah.
It was cool. It was great. And they're still doing it. There's Reggae in the Desert every year, right? Yeah. But I'm on stage and it's they've changed the schedule, right, for when this show happens, because man, it was in the middle of the summer.
Oh geez.
In Vegas. And I don't know if you guys have been there in the middle of the summer in Vegas, but
a little hot.
Yeah, it hit about 114 on that stage.
Oh my, is that?
And God. That was just outside weather report, right? I was on a giant, like that stage is cement, right? And
did you reflecting the heat off?
Did you have a shelter of any sort over your head? Or?
There was no real overhead shelter except for an umbrella that was maybe catching like part of my shoulder, and Evangela Randolph, she used to run that event as well. And she got me into that through Cali Roots, and she had set up the tent and had water for me. I was dumping water on myself. I literally was up there on stage dumping 2 giant bottles of water on top of my head in front of everybody in the audience. Like, it was that hot.
So
everyone
crazy.
knew why.
Yeah.
And I drank a whole bottle while I was up there on that stage while I was standing there.
Damn.
And it was a giant bottle of water. 3 of them. So I'm drenched up there, and it's just evaporating. Every time I'm painting, it's like drying as I'm spreading the brush on the black, and I'm using a black canvas.
What kind of paint is this?
It's acrylic. It's Liquitex, so it's based on. It's like it's got latex.
Everything has a cooking temperature.
It's cracking as he's drawing.
Yeah, basically, it was like hard to spread or mix paint on the canvas.
All chunky maybe.
Oh yeah. So I was painting this piece, and I get to it's like almost the end of the set, right?
Right.
And my hand locks up like this, and the hand that I'm holding the brush with like this, like it fully locks up. I'm in the midst of almost sunstroke or heat stroke, you know what I mean? So my whole left leg is completely just stops working, right? Dead leg like a pirate, like just dead.
Oh
right?
no.
The whole leg from the hip down.
On stage.
And I'm standing there and I'm like, okay, so I'm hopping on one leg. I got this going on. One leg kicked out, just hobbling off the stage. And I just kind of like flung the brush and made one last little splatter on the brush. And like, I had to get off the stage. Dude.
Like an artistic statement. Everyone's like, I love how he ended that.
Splatter is still on the painting. Okay. Like I still have that piece. It's not my favorite piece.
Were you okay after?
I went and immediately dunked my head into the ice buckets they had in the back. They actually had like one of those steel ones in a tent. And I just kneeled over, started
I would have jumped
putting
in.
the ice on my head.
Yes.
Yeah, like because clearly my brain was
shutting down.
Yeah.
Oh man, bro.
I didn't want to pass out, so I went back there and I sat back there, and
That's so wild.
nobody knew where I was for like 45 minutes to an hour because I was just sitting there like dazed.
Yeah.
And so like they were like calling me, and I was like, "Oh, my phone is going. Oh, okay." And I was a little out of it.
And you were drinking water on stage and dumping water on your
chugging water, bro. And I had eaten. I was good. They gave me meal tickets and everything. So I had some like jerk chicken earlier. You know what I mean? It was awesome.
116 is no joke.
Yeah, it was probably. It was like 114, but on that
that, bro.
on that concrete, dude.
Yeah. Plus, if you're above 110. Yeah. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah, but it was worth it. It was worth it because I was on stage with Stick Figure, so that was cool.
Hell yeah!
And for real, that's
unforgettable.
I still think back, and I'm like, well, I was just backstage with Scott, and they had pulled me backstage to talk to me, and he said, "I think you're one of the best live artists there is," and I was like. You didn't need to say that, bro, but like thank you, dude. Like, yeah, I love you guys too. Like, you guys are like the greatest, Yeah. So to hear that from
that's so cool.
Like from Scott directly from him, that was a heavy moment. So for me, anyway, I was already into them like big time. Like they got a huge following.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
they're like the biggest, like one of the biggest acts in reggae, right? So
Yeah.
but yeah, dude. Like the support early on was cool. Made me want to keep going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am curious, and I doubt this has ever happened to you. You got such positive vibes in general. Have you ever been heckled? Has anybody ever talked shit or gotten drunk and yelled shit at you? Or
yeah. I mean, there's been some things that have happened for sure.
Yeah.
Like on the other side of the fence, you usually get love though from this crowd.
oh, I'm sure. I imagine it's got to be the vast majority.
But there's the people that there's occasionally
Always.
like I could do that. Or like they should put me up there.
Okay.
Or like, you'll get like it's like why isn't it me kind of is the attitude sometimes. So I don't know. I get that. I've gotten that a few times.
Wow.
And then the heckling actually at the booth over pricing is probably one of the bigger things.
Then don't move on with your life then.
Yeah. Like one dude was like waving $300 in my face for like a canvas piece that like was like a big one. Okay, like a lot of detail. I'm like $300, bro. That barely covers the canvas and the paint. Like for me right now. Okay, and he wasn't having it. Just kept at it, and it was kind of getting to the point of disrespect. But I had people there, sticking up for me and intervening with that guy. But oh man,
it's funny to me, even in a scene like that where there's so much positive vibrations, everybody's vibing and feeling good. In every crowd of humans, there's just
maybe some turd.
There's always a couple turds, bro.
Dude,
why?
I'll tell you what. Yeah.
Well, that cracks me up is like when you were talking about heckling. Like the only thing that I was thinking about, like when you're on stage or something. When I did a Tony on purpose whenever I go see one of his sets. He's like, "Does anybody want to hear anything?" And then automatically I'm like, "Free bird." Free bird.
He's always that
and he's
guy.
like, oh, dude. But I can only imagine like if there's somebody like me doing that to you, like, does anybody want to see anything? Yeah, the Mona Lisa, bro.
Yeah.
Paint that bitch up.
Yeah, I could definitely see I could do that.
Yeah.
That's behind a lot of heckling, I think, in general.
Right.
It's people like, you're getting the attention. I want attention.
Yeah.
I'm talented too, bro.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the heckling of the future.
Yeah.
What's coming next?
Yeah.
Where are we going with this, guys?
Yeah, you can't worry about that because there is always a percentage of turds in the population.
Yeah.
So you just have to.
There's some fun stories in there though. I think I almost got in a fist fight.
Oh my god!
Yeah, with one guy because he was like claiming that we stole his stuff.
What?
Yeah, he came up to our booth and was saying, "Oh, you guys are thieves. You're crooks."
Stole what? Was he claiming you stole?
His order. Like we held his order for him at the booth.
Okay.
Okay. And this guy came back and we were like, "We can't find your order. Like, what? Do you have the receipt that we gave you? Right?" And didn't have wasn't procuring a receipt, but he did buy something. Like I believe the guy. I'm just like, we can't find it right now. Just like chill, we'll look for it.
Yeah.
It's in the back. Like if you ordered it, we put your name on it and we have it in the back. Right. Sometimes it's a little chaotic at the booth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So maybe it got a little lost in the shuffle. It took a little longer to find in the back than it should have, but it was like nightfall, so it was getting dark. Trying to, it's like, we're doing you a favor by holding on to your stuff like it's a locker room. Hold on, bear with us. But before we could even get the words out, he's attacking us verbally, and he's, you could tell he was drunk.
It's usually, that always fuels it.
It's usually alcohol fueled, words.
People's real feelings come out.
Yeah,
those memories and that thing that didn't work out, and you know what I mean. That's the thing. That's the truth. People are just carrying around so much shit. That's why we always talk about on here, like. Just be careful. Be good to everybody out there, but you also have to kind of have an eye out because there are people carrying a lot of negativity around. Yeah,
he was about to. I mean, I didn't want to have to do something, but I was ready to do something. If he was stepping into my booth kind of threateningly. Yeah.
How big was this guy? You're a big dude.
He's a little bit bigger, but he was husky. So he wasn't. I'm bigger than he was, right? So, but still,
Still,
I was like, dude. I was like, he was getting into my space, Yeah. I'm like, all right, bro, like, chill back. All right.
Yeah, some people are crazy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have a fight at my booth and have that kind of reputation. So
Yeah.
Don't haggle. Don't haggle.
It's gonna be a
don't
fight.
haggle with Cam.
Yeah,
The price is the price,
the
bro.
price is the price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. Anyway,
Cam, don't fuck around, man.
some people living in the past. Okay, living in the past.
So you've painted on a skateboard. What's the weirdest surface you've ever painted on?
Well, I won a little local contest, right? And it was Blue Moon glass, and it was hosted by Blue Moon.
Okay.
On a side note, how many competitions would you say you have won?
A few, but not
Okay.
I've won some competitions. I don't do a lot of competitions.
Some. Yeah,
I've cherry picked
that's
them.
good.
Cherry picked them. Yeah. So I mean, I would happen to be
right.
at this bar, which is Pins and Pockets out in Lake Elsinore. Fantastic little like bowling alley / arcade. Anyway, I'm dropping them in here. So we were there, and at the bar with my buddies after work, because I used to work, near there, and they have a prize for you and everything. Like they had a Blue Moon blanket, and I'm like, I'm gonna win that blanket.
This fucking blanket's mine.
That blanket's my blanket. So I got the blanket, and by painting a wolf on the side of the glass, but it was kind of weird, painting on glass. And I was like, I usually don't paint on glass, but it was a cool thing.
Have you done it other times before? Because that's a neat thing.
Not really. I've never done glass painting. It's actually like a whole skill set, right? Like there's people that do, sign painting on glass, and for Christmas. And
was it trickier
signage
or anything, or just weird because it was transparent?
It was weird because it was transparent and getting the paint to really adhere. So it took a couple layers and stuff and just going
Such
over
a
it.
smooth surface.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know. The markers don't really stick to it very well, but at least the ones I was using at the time. So I used it to shade it by smearing it. You know what I mean? So it got that fur texture in there, even. Yeah. And it worked out in the end. But it took some extra work. I was sitting there everybody else is done with theirs. I drew flowers.
The sun's
and I'm
going
like, that's great. I'm gonna keep going though. And
Still on this flower.
Yeah.
Cam's the ringer.
Yeah. They brought me in as I stole the prize.
Yeah.
It was me.
Have you ever seen that movie, Tyler?
What are you talking about? No.
The Ringer?
What's that?
Oh, Johnny Knoxville.
The scary thing is they were all the fall guy. It was all set up.
Yeah.
I didn't even really win anything.
I just got a blanket.
Yeah. I got to keep the glass too.
Yeah. Oh. Dang, they didn't even get the.
Yeah,
you just drew it for them. They didn't even...
I was like, oh, you guys are going to do anything with this? No, you keep it. I'm like, you did good. Here's your blanket and the glass you made. And
it's like an adult, arts and crafts.
And I was
my blanket.
The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I still was like, this is the coolest, because I was stoked.
Do you still have the blanket?
I still have the blanket somewhere.
And the glass?
And the glass somewhere. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I have the glass on a shelf somewhere, bookshelf, display case sort of thing. I'm proud of it.
Trophy.
I feel like this guy's probably got so much money just sitting on shelves at his house.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Money.
Not literal. Just cash.
Yes.
Just fucking stacks.
Yeah.
Stacks.
I'm so money. Yeah. Hook me up.
Got Mayweather disease or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've got some.
No,
cool
you just
things
probably
in
have
my-
lots of little obscure things that you've done over the years.
Yeah, I definitely do. I put up things I've luckily collected from different experiences, with the bands I like. But it's my office is a mixture of nostalgia and music memorabilia.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask you, did you ever frame your Ninja Turtles?
Oh no, not yet, because I want to actually send that to Further. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm hoping to have them do that.
Okay.
That is a sweet poster. I got this vintage poster I may have mentioned was the Eastman himself drew that one, which is cool. One of the originators.
Yep.
TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
When you opened it up, were you cracking up?
Oh yeah, because I was like, wait, what? This is not the right one. And it was like it was wrapped in a Dragon Ball Z poster, and he totally tricked me.
Oh, no.
And I was like, "What the? Oh, you got me! You got me through mail."
And it was like and the thing was on that one, like it had water damage on unfortunately the poster that I gave him.
Yeah.
But it was it's like I was like, I wonder if Cam's gonna be like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Oh yeah, I was like, "What happened to the poster?" Oh no, because it looked totally wrecked on the edges. Like it was like if you're just looking at it, you didn't see both posters on the roll up. So there's at least a second before you pull that out of the sheath.
Where you're
the
like,
plastic.
what the fuck?
Yeah, where you're like processing, like, okay, no, this can't be. This cannot be.
I'm way too excited right now.
Yeah.
For this to not
Because
be.
it was also that the poster that I had was also bigger than the poster he had, so it just like it engulfed it.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you really couldn't see it. That's a whole thing for you that I bet is pretty cool. Is like you were saying, like so much of your art, it's an experience for you. So like when you look at a lot of your past pieces, it probably takes you back to whatever that experience was.
For sure.
Especially with live art stuff too.
Yeah, and I mean, if I'm lucky, I get rid of most of my live paintings. But I have prints, pictures, things I go through pretty often.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I mean, there's ideas I want to bring back in different forms. So live painting's kind of starting point for a lot of concepts too. Like sometimes I'm just doing a piece. It's not necessarily a poster, you know what I mean? Already.
Right.
And those things kind of go back and forth,
Yeah.
I get inspired to do a digital piece from some of my, live painted pieces that I've done in the past. So, that's
And vice
kinda
versa.
Yeah. And vice versa.
And vice versa.
And
Yeah.
so the one you're doing on stage on Sunday,
Yeah.
that's just a continuation of the one you've already started, or are you going to do another one?
I may bring another canvas with me. No, I'm bringing a second canvas.
All right.
Okay. But I'm going to wrap up that other piece. I'm hoping to paint for most of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out yet. But I'm definitely painting for the elevator set. But the other band's got to say okay if sometimes it works out. Where you get a little more time to paint. So we'll see. But don't take my word for that yet. I gotta work that out with management and everything. So yeah. But elevators, dude. To have me out here, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So that was the other stuff is extra if that happens, a little sprinkle on top. But
Yeah.
I'm here to paint with the elevators at Red Rocks, and for the
Hell
first time,
yeah.
I've never. Yeah, dude, it's just that like hearing that come out of my mouth is crazy.
We're going to get
yeah.
some major B-roll stuff for
Was
Cam.
that locked in last time he was here? I don't think it was. It wasn't that long ago. He was on like 262
I was getting
or something.
It was getting very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why that's why they were out
yes.
here.
So
Just
cool.
to meet with the management and all that stuff and
Yeah.
solidify some things.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Hell yeah, bro.
that was the reason to drive up with some paint, my dudes. Yeah. So
Of all your pieces that you've done, if you think back, which one, if you had to, would you get tattooed on your body? No
Ooh.
take backs. What would it be?
well, my brother's gotten a couple of pieces done, so I might
Of
be able-
yours?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking
And
tight.
he combined them together into one piece, right? It's the sea captain that I had painted a while back, and he has a kraken, on his leg as well, right next to that behind it. So I would do something like that, like collage those pieces if I was doing, mine, just to match him up, and we both be like, yeah, man, check it out.
That's cool.
Look at that.
Everybody likes
Cool.
a matching tattoo.
Yeah. Do a little kung fu kick, matching kung fu kick. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Are you do you feel a certain way about colors? I think about this a lot with visual
Yeah.
artists, especially guys like you who like do stuff with music at the same time, and there's that combination.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder like the association between what you're hearing and the colors choices and stuff that you're making.
Oh yeah. I mean, if the piece is kind of thought out, in advance, right? There's a little more restriction to what you're doing, right? Like you're trying to portray it, and I definitely think like being in the moment, you're gonna get inspired by the music and pull that into the piece, So yeah, I think it's kind of a frantic, like just feel it and in the moment, like let the music flow through you kind of thing, which is hard to put a finger on, but
Yeah.
I would say it definitely inspires the colors. I mean, I'm trying to do something that's close to full spectrum usually, by the time I'm done with it, unless it's for a particular purpose, and this time it's thematic, right? It is Red Rocks themed, and I mean that's where I'm going with it, you know. And I want the colors to convey the natural landscape of Colorado, but also have like some coastal colors that pull in with the shark and the shark rider, because you know, it's Elovaters. They're crashing into Red Rocks. It's their big debut. You know,
it's so interesting to hear you talk about like how you think about it beforehand.
Yeah, and they've got the shark as their mascot, right?
Sure,
and they bring that energy. It's, you know, while it's mellow, because the shark is pretty mellow, dude. Like until he's chewing on something, he's pretty mellow.
Ancient, unchanging.
Yeah, they just kind of keep going, you know.
Dude, sharks have been around for so long.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Before everything else.
Oh man.
And changed almost not at all.
Yeah.
It's fucking killing machines.
Yeah. No, it's working out for them. Yeah, being at the top there.
Well, that's what we were talking about, a couple episodes maybe. Just like the sheer force and power that like whales, like orcas and like sharks have to be able to project themselves out of water. That's a lot of power.
Especially when they're like huge.
Yeah.
It's gnarly. They can basically completely launch out. You know, that speed to get up to that point is insane. And the power, and it's like one big muscle. They're just the way that fish are built. You know?
And that's what we were joking around. Like as humans, you know, no, never happening. We're going to get to the water and we're going to like our chest out.
Dude, I have a story for you. Dude, I went to Hawaii recently. Right, first time.
Okay.
Ever.
Where'd you go?
Well, where did you go?
We actually got a trip from Make-A-Wish because my daughter had a Make-A-Wish.
Okay.
For her, she has cystic fibrosis.
Okay.
Right? And so, just get that out of the way. It was, thank you, Make-A-Wish. You know, and they were super awesome. Like dialed everything in for us at Aulani. We were at the Disney Hotel.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's not cheap.
No.
Like, and there's no way.
That's an amazing resort. Yeah.
Cameron, would you turn that mic just a little towards you?
Is it drifting from me? I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
Spin
yeah.
this way.
Spin
this
it.
way.
There you
Cool.
go.
Mic check.
Yeah.
Hey.
There it is. Yeah. So, I mean, I was out there at the resort, and my last day down there, you know, and we had a great time. So last day down there, I go to the beach by myself because the kids are all still sleeping. I mean, I went there like super early. I wanted to get to the beach one more time.
Yep.
And there's this little place called Paradise Cove.
Yep.
And
where they do the luau's.
Yeah. And they have sea turtles that just kind of cruise into the bay there. So I wanted to see if I could catch the sea turtles again because we had just seen them the other day, right?
Yeah.
We went in there and they were just, it was like majestic. These turtles just swimming with you, you know, and they're chilling and they come right up to you. They act like you're kind of not there, you know, because they'll swim right up to you and through you, you know. So you got to keep your distance, though.
Because you're not supposed to touch them.
You're not supposed to touch the turtles.
You see that guy? There was a guy recently on social
media. One of the
media.
monk seal.
Yeah. Oh, so
there was a monk seal guy?
Yeah. So
I was talking about this.
This story is actually about a monk seal.
Okay.
Wow.
Very territorial monk seal.
Okay.
So,
oh no.
Yeah. So I'm out there in the water by myself. Nobody else there in the bay, right? And I'm up to my hips, and this monk seal pops up, and he's like right in front of me.
Oh shit!
Right in front of me, about 15 feet. Right?
Yeah.
Just keeps going, but he's got that look of that. Have you seen that orca video recently?
Yeah.
Where it's like the 4K video, and they're like, oh, like people are reaction. It's like reaction videos to that, right? The orcas are, you know, doing one of these, like, I'm going to eat you. You know, I'm definitely going to eat you if you fall in this water.
Yeah.
So maybe fall in for me. Like, that's the look
little
of
bloop.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they're fucking huge.
Yeah.
Monk seals?
300 to 600 pounds.
Yeah, bro.
6 to 8 feet
This
long.
thing was a linebacker. Okay. It wasn't just a seal. It was a mother
seal among
effing
seals.
mofo seal. Yeah, the monk seal. Yeah, he was crazy big, right? I mean, like,
my
So you're hip deep in the water.
I'm hip deep in the water, and I'm like, okay, I'm backing up, buddy. I'm backing up. We're good. We're good, buddy. Yeah, no. Yeah, I do the baby talk to the seal. He doesn't. He still has that look in his eye. Like,
oh,
like,
my
I mean,
God.
seriously, doing that out of the water, like doing the snorting out the nose and all of it. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And so he's coming at me straight up, and then there's this dude on the beach. He goes, "Hey, you might want to get out of the water." I'm shit. I'm like already backing up, like, thanks for the pro tip, dude. Like, yeah, but he's like, yeah, no, he this is his beach. Yeah, he thinks it's his beach. It's his. And I was like, yeah, no, great. So I got out of the water, and he got up and was literally in the spot where I just was on the sand. He like breaks out of all the water, does a little stretch, this is my beach walk on the, his little flippers out. And he's just blubbering along the sand and, along these rocks, and this whole bay is filled with fish.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he's there. He's getting his breakfast, and I interrupted his breakfast, and I am sorry, Mr. Monk Seal. I'm so sorry, Hawaii. I stressed out a monk seal a little bit, over breakfast, but.
That's wild, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was looking at how frequently.
And then that guy was chucking rocks at him.
Yeah, so the story we're talking about, Dollar. Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was like that guy was on vacation in Hawaii, and he big ass fucking rocks. And he's
I saw this guy too. Yeah,
and he's throwing rocks, and he's the one where they're saying like, he was like, I'm rich, I can pay the fine, and all this stuff.
People, he got so much backlash.
Yeah, and then he got his ass whooped by a local.
Yeah. Local justice.
Yeah. I mean, come on, bro. Stop being an asshole. No, there was another guy. I don't remember where it was at. It might have been Hawaii. But he it was a sea turtle. And then he swam up to it and took it out of the water and was holding it up on its back 2 feet.
Yeah, that was a while back. Yeah, I remember that same clip. Yeah. It did make the news how kind of obnoxious the behavior was.
Bro, people.
Yeah.
But that guy was really throwing the rock or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
I was kind of surprised because I saw a local doing some stuff that he shouldn't have been doing with the turtles. And I was like, you're a local, bro. You should know better.
Feeding it and stuff?
Going up to it, patting it on its back, bro.
Yeah.
Pushing it along kind of. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Stay away from him.
He was it looked like he was trying to give him a hug. And I was like, get the hell out of here, man.
When we were out there in Hawaii, we were in Waikiki, and we were in the ocean too, same thing. And then all of a sudden, me and Callie we're swimming together, right? My daughter, and she felt something touch her toe.
Yeah,
and she goes, "No!" Like a fucking cartoon character, you guys. It was like I swear to God, she swam onto the beach on the sand, and still was
oh man.
And I was like, what the heck? Because I went over there too. I was like, what's going on? I swam up too, and then and a local was out there and he's laughing. He goes, he's pointing, and all of a sudden this little turtle's head pops and goes. Bloop.
Oh, that's cool.
It was looking around.
At least it was a turtle, not something scary.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But she was she thought something was about to eat her.
Yeah, dude.
And it was just that little turtle's shell just hit her foot or something like that.
Dude, she got lucky. No,
it
wasn't a monk seal.
Right?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, that's another
new fear unlocked. Monk seals, dude. I did not know. I think this thing is drifting.
You
maybe it is.
Yeah, I'm bumping it with my nose like a monk seal.
No, that was another time when I was with Tierra before. We were long time ago in Hawaii, and the planes kept on going, over the beach. Over the beach, and she just kept on when we were out in the ocean, not touching water, not touching the sand. We're out deep, right? And she's like, "What are they doing? What are they doing?" I was like, "Looking for sharks." And she's like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
And I'm like, No,
that's scary, dude.
I'm like, seriously.
Yeah, but there's people that want to swim the sharks out there, right?
Yeah, I was like, seriously, that's what they're doing. They're flying over there and looking down, see if they see sharks.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm done.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Sharks.
how long does it take the message to get from the plane to the lifeguards or whoever?
Hey, watch out.
Yeah. What did he say?
What did he say? What did?
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I thought I saw something from the window of the plane on the way in. I thought I saw either a few sharks or some dolphins. I mean, they were definitely one of the two. So I thought, and maybe it was just the waves and I'm tripping, but yeah, I was like, that's for sure dolphins or something right there. Yeah.
When we were in St. Petersburg, for the Reggae Rise Up, out there they had a whole bunch of dolphins.
Oh, crazy!
They were just popping up, and fucking music's going on over here. People are doing art over here, and there's fucking dolphins.
That's super cool.
You're like, oh, that's dope.
That's a good vibe. That's a great vibe. Yeah, yeah. Reggae Rise Up. I got to get out there to Florida one of these days. I want to do that show for sure. I'm hoping, maybe next year. Maybe
there's a nice little area. That little what is it, Vinoy Park out there in St. Petersburg.
Yeah, tell me more. Yeah,
it's right there, and how they did it. They had the sugar shack stage was over against the water, and so when you're watching, as Rome was on Sugar Shack, that time, and like Rome's just chilling there with his guitar doing his thing, and like the backdrop of the ocean behind it, and
so cool.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those Sugar Shack videos. I've watched a lot of them, man. Yeah, and their little acoustic sets are super cool. I mean, definitely look them up. If you haven't seen them, people out there.
Yeah.
Have
you ever seen those Sugar Shack?
I feel
videos?
like I have.
Yeah,
I have come across those before.
Yeah, we recently did was it Dan Kelly was out on tour doing his own little thing with his group of people. And he did like one of those VIP experiences.
Yeah,
and so I'll say, like, I've done VIP experiences before in the past. You pay an exorbitant amount of money, and you get your extra signed stuff, get this, and you get a meet and greet and stuff like that. Like Dan took it like another level, bro.
That's cool.
Like you're sitting there eating with Dan, like it's a food thing. So like you're sitting there eating with him, you're just chilling. And then he's like, "You guys want to?"
I hear Dan's a chef too. Did he make the food?
Yeah. So he helped make the food too.
Yeah.
And so
it's like brisket or something cool like that.
Well, he was doing everything. We had tacos.
Okay.
When he came out, and
nice.
Yeah, it was dope. But yeah, like dude, like afterwards, we're sitting there eating. He goes, "You guys want to go check out the tour bus,
dude?"
And we're like, "Yeah,
fuck yes,
let's go." So we go on the tour bus, and like a couple of other guys they were on tour. What's the hat that I got you? What's his name?
Oh, Cass Haley.
Yeah, Cass Haley was there.
Nice.
And they're sitting on the tour bus and they're fucking playing Fortnite. They're playing Fortnite in there, and we're all just chilling in there and hanging out. And Dan's sitting there with us, and he goes, "You guys want me to play some music?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yes."
Now. Yeah.
And so he's like,
"Let's do it."
Yeah. And so he went back all to the back of the bus and grabbed his fucking guitar and came back out and just started fucking jamming out right there.
That's
dude.
awesome, man.
And so
that's awesome.
Yeah, and with that experience, like you get to hang out with him, you got some food, you get some merch, and then you got his cookbook.
Yeah.
So he has a cookbook too.
That's super cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's done Sugar Shack series stuff, and that was like
I feel like might be the one I've seen.
Yeah, the end of the tour, he did that at the Reggae Rise of Florida.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Dan's the man.
Yeah.
I had a few times where we've hung out too.
Okay.
It's been cool. At Cali Roots one year, he made me coffee.
Let's go. I'm in good company.
Yeah. He brought me over. He brought me over to the trailer, right? Well, it's a giant, RV.
Yeah.
And full kitchen in there. It's awesome. He had like a coffee maker going and some organic, like coconut, milk replacement sort of supplement sort of thing. And it was like protein based. It was awesome. It tasted creamier. It was better than most cups of coffee. I'm like, Dan can make a cup of coffee. Okay. Dan can make a cup of coffee. All
Knows his way around a kitchen and sounds like.
Yeah, well, that's what he used to be. Before the music and stuff, he was a chef and stuff like that. So that's his deal.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, no, I've Fortunate Youth. I've loved them from the beginning too, and so.
Yeah.
Cooking is definitely like a really creative thing too.
Oh yeah.
People who are really into it, you know what I mean? Combining different flavors. And
are you a chef as well?
I'm not too good at the work in the kitchen. I can eat, but the kitchen, I'm not that great.
Okay.
There's a few things I make, and it's a short list.
Yeah.
It's the basics. If it's a grill, there's a grill involved.
Oh, there you go.
I'm pretty good. Pretty good at the grill.
I mean, you're a dad.
Yeah.
It's ingrained in us if we're
I'm a grillionaire.
Yeah.
I'm a 5-star griller.
Grill master.
Yeah. Yeah. No, fire meat, fire meat. Yeah. So, but my wife is amazing. She is like the chef of our family. She's just, and she'll tell you, but she used to say, "Oh man, when you married me, my food was terrible." I'm like, "I don't think so, babe. Like, what are you talking about?" Because I loved all of her cooking, and she's just gotten better and better at it. It's crazy. So,
yeah, that's mine too. It's fun to watch that over the years.
Yeah, she's like she could open a restaurant at this point with some of the stuff she makes.
Yeah,
it's like your fish tacos are fucking out of this world, babe. Like, what are you doing? Like,
what are you doing with yourself?
Yeah,
you're sitting here.
You're a fucking culinary genius.
You're just sitting here cooking for me.
Yeah,
you'd be cooking for everybody.
Yeah, Chef Ramsay needs to taste this shit. She's
But I feel like because I like cooking too. I love cooking. You know that.
Yeah.
But I am terrible at baking, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's
fucking
a different
I can't-
thing.
Yeah, it's a different thing. But you know what's funny? Like
Yeah.
with baking, it's like measurements, and you're like measuring
yeah.
things and stuff like that. Like
It's more scientific.
I don't
Yeah.
understand that kind of like because like me, like I'm just like putting like that flavor profile. This is good. That's a good spice to put with this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
But when it
Can't
comes
do
to
that with
baking,
baking
it's
soda.
like, yeah,
No, you can't be like,
I'm gonna replace this baking soda with salt. That's right.
Yeah. If only you could just grill a cake.
Right.
You know, that would be the way for me to get it done.
You can bake cookies on a Traeger. You can,
yeah.
smoke cookies.
Oh yeah.
Smoked
that's true.
cookies.
Yeah, you do.
You're good.
that doesn't even sound good.
Yeah, Bruce Leroy does it.
Wait, it's real?
Yeah,
They get crispy and stuff?
yeah. It's
okay.
like baking them.
I was picturing them all doughy and smoky.
Yeah,
It's like,
on fire.
Oh, boy.
If I'm making them, yeah. No. Yeah. Got to follow the directions.
Yeah.
Pillsbury Doughboy says XYZ, you got to do that.
Well, then that's the other thing too. I always like when I like the instances that I had made cookies before in the past. You know, I'm like I look at it, and you know, you open the oven, and you're just like, I'm like, oh, this look a little raw still. Yeah, a couple more minutes,
Oh, yeah.
and then all of a
that's
sudden it's
the
just
party
fucking
foul.
it's a party foul because then it's like a rock hard
Oh yeah.
cookie, and you're just like,
Well, because when
oh.
they first come out, they're soft for
They're
a little
still
bit,
soft,
but
and
they'll harden
yeah,
up.
they do, yeah.
And if you
They're
went
still
too
cooking,
far,
yeah,
you'll think you're okay at first.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, you got to know
"Hey."
that.
yeah.
You got to know that, people.
I'm learning from my daughter. She's like a phenomenal baker. She bakes all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm
Same
like,
thing
Oh,
with a good steak, actually. So
Yeah, exactly.
you
Yeah,
know,
don't
you let
overcook a steak. Yeah,
it, don't overcook it. You let it cook once it's off the
Oh,
grill. a
right,
little
right,
bit.
right.
Yeah,
because it still cooks for like 5 minutes
yeah.
afterwards. you
Let
know?
it rest.
Yeah.
Let it breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was doing that with bacon the other day, but I was like, I'd rather just go extra crispy with the bacon.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck
I don't want
around
no
and
worms.
find out.
I don't want no worms.
I know what you
No.
mean. Yeah. Can't leave the bacon soft.
Pork's a little different.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, I don't like when you go to a restaurant and the bacon's weak and it's that little flimsy.
No, bacon shouldn't be flimsy.
No,
It needs to
it
be
shouldn't
crispy.
Yeah,
Yeah. I agree.
Little bacon sticks.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Step into a bacon snake.
You ever had candy bacon?
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like pepper cracked on top, salted, and
Some
then
brown sugar.
brown sugar and maple syrup,
Yep.
right? It's like just
Yeah.
crazy. dude.
Well, that's like that bacon jam recipe. Remember, I was making
Yep.
the burgers with
Yep.
bacon jam. Oh,
crazy.
There's this
Bacon
one.
jam
There's this
sliders.
one
My weakness,
at
bacon jam.
one of the recent one of the restaurants over here. I think it's homegrown. The pizza place. They have a jalapeno bacon. Jalapeno candied bacon.
Oh man.
So it's like little bits of jalapeno
Yes.
with the bacon.
It's like a relishy
Oh, dude,
type.
it's
Oh
stupid.
man.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
man.
dumb.
Count me
Did
in
we
on
eating
that.
after this? What
Yeah, I think I'm hungry. We're gonna have to put this on pause for some pizza or something.
Holy shit.
Who's ordering? Yeah.
So I was according to the interwebs, you've been shut down at a Vegas after party by the fire department
Whoa.
while
Did your homework.
while painting near Mir One.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, that was at Glass Vegas. So one year, I had a booth right next to Mir One, who's like one of my favorite graffiti artists. He's kind of bridged from graffiti art to like just taking it to a whole nother level. He's kind of like a spiritual guru in a way with his works now, and he does have a very, I'd say not political, but he has a statement to make about the state of the world and politics, and
Okay.
he uses his art to portray that, and I like that he uses that platform that way, So, he's a genius, Mr.
Yeah.
Mir One. Yeah.
Yeah, cool shit, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's next level. If that's not graffiti anymore, that's just like,
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
Serious art.
Yeah.
I feel like when we were down on Santa Fe, when we were looking at the further frames,
Yeah.
we went to a place and it had some of his.
It had some of his work.
Yeah.
I think it was called Threda.
Yeah.
It's an art gallery out there with a bunch of artists. I want to say Android Jones, but I'm not sure if he's in there too. But there's a bunch of other psychedelic artists that
'cause
work
I've
with
seen
them.
what-
Yeah, he's definitely a psychedelic artist on a whole nother level now. But he was next to me painting this massive piece all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a temple in the middle of the desert that was like just far out, different, not a culture that actually existed, like something he made up, like out of all the cultures, and like it seemed like, right. I mean, not to define what it was, but it had other planets in the sky behind it, and this whole scene happening with this, like, half inside the sand temple that was like emerging from the sand. It was just the shadow coloring and the way he built up the painting gradually, and it just came to life. It was crazy, dude. Crazy.
That actually makes me think of another off the wall question I had for you.
Yeah.
If you had to exist in the world of one of your pieces,
oh wow,
which piece would it be?
My own pieces?
Yeah, or maybe somebody else's too. Whatever. We can go anywhere with this.
Out of all the ones recently, there's kind of a fun one. I mean, we did the Closer to the Sun ones are pretty like tropical paradise. Like that's kind of what I mean. There's waterfalls and rivers, and but I also like the Red Rocks ones we've been doing because Colorado's so beautiful too. So a lot of the stuff that I've been doing with landscapes for Slightly Stupid have been kind of the worlds I'd like to live in if I could choose. A beachside next to a jungle, with like beautiful, flora and fauna and, creatures popping out of the water. And it's nature, dude. Yeah.
That's fine. Because I find when I write songs and I draw some too, that like a lot of times I find myself wanting to create places you want to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can just make it exactly how you want it.
I think it's part of manifesting that too. It's like putting that into your, sketching it up, making that your reality, maybe. But
yeah, brother.
Yeah. So, but I wish I had a pencil we could just jump into the page with. Yeah. I think there's a Ninja Turtle comic about that too somewhere. I think. Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna jump in with him. We're gonna be fucking drawn live with Cameron.
Wasn't that the Aha video? Take on
Was it?
Me. No, I'm just joking. No, because that's the drawing video.
I mean,
I
have kind of a sappy answer, but I'm gonna have to do like a family portrait because that would be like the picture I really want to live in. It's probably just like a picture.
Oh
of my
yeah,
family, what I mean?
That's a good one.
Yeah, because they got to be in there. They got to be in there. Like if I did a tropical paradise
by
picture,
himself.
Yeah.
Cam's by himself. Yeah.
Lonely island. Yeah.
So beautiful though.
Island boy.
Yeah. Oh my God, those.
I did it. Made it.
These guys are so.
We made it, Mama. We're island boys now.
Jeez. My God.
I joined the band.
I'm the third.
Yeah, I was the third island boy.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
Look at me now. I made it.
Made it. Started from being an island boy.
Yeah.
Here now.
Yeah.
No, dude, those guys are wild, crazy. I can't believe how strong they're going still.
It's kind of crazy.
They're still so
how
famous.
are they still getting mentioned? I'm sorry. I perpetuated it even further.
There's been videos of them like getting into physical conflicts and getting beat up and talking shit to people. And
yeah, I actually heard about that. Yeah, recently. Like one of them got jumped for something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, you're going to talk smack. You're going to have to cash that check sometimes. Those guys talk a lot of trash.
Yeah,
but they've also been on the receiving end. The whole internet kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so many weird things like that possible, like people like that and weird characters and shit with the internet and social media. That you're like, this wasn't around in the 90s. There wasn't a person like this.
You see them like rolling around with like diamonds and like expensive cars and stuff like that. You're like, who the fuck is paying these people?
Yeah,
like, where are they getting this money from? Like, just
it's
all
all
their clicks and the
costume dollars.
Yeah,
property of Universal Studios on there. Yeah,
but that's why people I think gravitate towards so much authentic shit now, just like real shit.
Yeah,
Because I told you I was going to bring back the Music Mondays, and my son's the one who stopped me. I thought it was
Friday.
Well, I did it on Friday. Oh. But remember back in the day, it was Music Mondays.
Yeah.
So eventually, I don't even know how many. I'm going to do them in the mornings or whatever. But it's just really funny because, like, where was I going with that?
Authentic.
Oh, yeah. I had, like, my whole setup, dude. I had my fancy camera. I got 2 different microphones. And Jaden was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah, you're overproducing.
He's like, just turn your phone on, hit record,
and
play the song. So that's what I'm going to do this time. So much easier, too. I'm, like, over here producing and fucking.
Tony's over there in, like, the mirror, like.
Ring light.
Makeup,
you can see it in my glasses.
I will Photoshop that out later.
This is authentic.
Yeah.
It's the same with our show, though. That's what people want is like, because of people like the Island Boys and because there's so much of this shit out there, these people over the top just putting on big shows and so many of them turning out to be, full of bullshit. Remember what was the Meat Eater guy? What was that guy's name?
Liver King.
Liver King, yeah. There's so many of these people.
Oh, yeah.
Just putting on a big show for everybody, and then behind the scenes, it's like a totally different
Yep.
thing. What a torturous life,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
With Mike and Tony, folks.
What you
It's
see is what you get.
100%.
Keep it
All the
real.
time.
Keep it real, homie.
Like I said, we're just two regular dudes just hanging out.
Just talking
We're
shit.
not doctors.
No, or scientists.
We're just two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl, year after year.
Year after year.
Yeah.
Love me some fucking Pink Floyd, brother.
Just
you.
despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. You know what I'm saying?
Spot on my rage.
Smashing Pumpkins. I'm like OCD. I can't not call out the. I don't know why I have to say the name of it.
Smashing Pumpkins reference. By the way, we love Smashing Pumpkins.
So a lot of artists will give their art away for nothing. You literally did that, right? Like that was a big start for you.
Yeah, there was definitely points where I did some freebies, like some
Wicked and Wiley.
Yeah, I was making art in there for the group and kind of promoting the group, the fan group, and even making like art, like posts for the bands and stuff like that way before. And I did a lot of work on the pier with Michael Patty, where we did a lot of like promotion for bands and trying to get that off the ground and make it profitable. But there's a lot of work where it was ahead of payment. We're crushing it on these posts. So but yeah, it was cool to do all that stuff. There was definitely like starting points where I did work with bands, and they kind of. Sorry, I'm drifting away from the mic again. But
it's all good. I'll fix it.
But did things that, like appearances on stage, I wasn't getting paid for things like that.
Yeah.
But there was this mutual hype,
I always think that's a lot. That's a point that a lot of artists have a tough time with, is that like the value of your work.
Yeah.
And holding certain lines and stuff. Was that ever tricky for you maybe in the beginning?
Well, to increase your value, it seems to be more difficult. Like you seem like you're a prophet in your hometown, everybody knows you at this rate. Sure. Even though inflation's a thing and cost of living, everybody, they seem to perceive you at that original level they met you at.
Yeah, that's like these bar gigs, bro.
Yeah.
They're paying the same amount they were paying in fucking 2005.
Right. And you've progressed, right, since then, and your work's progressed, and you're getting better at what you do. So you deserve a higher pay for that craft, right? I mean, at least you would think so. So some bands a while back had a hard time paying the rates they agreed to.
That was one of my questions, was like, people ever tried to undercut or say,
well, that was Cam saying earlier.
I don't want to throw stones at everybody, because I don't want anyone to think that, is he talking about me? Because I there's no bad blood now. It's all water under the bridge. Like everybody I've ever worked with, I appreciate all the opportunities that have led to where I'm at now, so
you emanate those vibes.
Yeah. Like, dude, those people are still my fam, like to me. So, brother can't pay you back. Sometimes you're still going to forgive your bro. You know what I mean? Like that's what's up. So there's, and I've heard stories of festivals where, the bands were getting paid. And so I know that the struggle is hard for musicians too, and sure. Like when I started out, I was working with, bands that were playing like Slide Bar and,
sure.
And, for a shot to do the album art for some of those bands, you're pitching them on ideas and you're going above and beyond, hoping that it works out. So there's a lot of things that fell by the wayside that, but a lot of good things happen because of that, and if those things didn't fall by the wayside, then we wouldn't be where we are now,
It's all part of the process.
Yeah. You're growing, and sometimes the old things don't serve you. Sometimes the old people, they'll be in your life, but maybe in a different way. You know? So,
for sure.
Yeah.
You've worked with some pretty dope ass bands. Is there any band that's still on your list? I feel like I might have asked you this last time.
Oh man. Well, I mean, I'm always going to say, I'd love to work with like 311. I haven't had a chance. They've been kind of evasive in a way.
Yeah.
Like our paths need to cross, and I feel like it would just happen, if I could just show them what I do. But I think right now there's been some major openings in my schedule, so things could happen at an accelerated rate, perhaps. So if my management can reach out to them, maybe it could happen.
Hell yeah, that's the one.
So, I mean, I'm excited about the future. There's a lot of things cooking that, a lot of doors opening right now, which is
Hell yes, brother.
good to say. I feel good about that, and knocking on wood, but let's keep those doors. I'm going to keep knocking on those doors too,
Fuck yeah.
because you gotta seek it, man.
Now you said a lot of your artwork is like full spectrum, right? Like you like.
I try to include as many shades as I can. Yeah.
If you had to, if we had to tie your hands and you could only have 3 colors to work with.
Oh, I have some colors that would probably be my go-tos.
Oh.
It would be a shade of orange, right? For sure. Not my first pick though, because I have to have blue. Like blue is the most versatile color for me, but I love teal. Like I love teal so much that like turquoise and teal shades, that my blues are usually a shade of teal, and I need to have a turquoise or vibrant turquoise somewhere to offset that. And I love shades of the sun, like sunset, as kind of the balance with the fiery colors to the cool colors of the dark teals and turquoise. So I just love that spectrum. It reminds me of a sunset on a beach. That's the most it's my favorite palette for sure.
Hell yeah, bro.
So
that's a great answer.
Yeah, I'll return to that palette a lot, especially when I'm limited to 6 colors. I mean, you'll see.
I was like, yeah,
you'll see that
your posters are limited.
Yeah, but
yeah,
all my colors are limited, so I do have to narrow those choices down. But I do a lot of full color work, especially lately with Stupid too. Like the Petco Park one was full color, and that was a fun one to work on. We did this like sand castle that was basically Petco Park in the format. So I was like looking at pictures of Petco Park and like from Google Maps and trying to figure out the right angle to like make it look where I could see, the diamond in there. But I took a little liberty and tried to like manipulate a little bit because it's sand. I can do. It's not supposed to be an exact representation of it. It's not a replica of the stadium.
This is a 10-1.
It's a sand castle. Okay. Yeah. So bear with me.
Not to scale in the corner.
Yeah, it's not to scale. Yeah, it's actually 1/26, the size of the stadium. Yeah, it's 26,000. Yeah, no. But yeah, this was fun. We had a lot of back and forth with John on this one because it turned into a festival while we were working on it.
That's wild,
actually. So like there were changes happening to the festival itself and how big that was getting. And so it turned into Field of Dreams Fest while we were working on it. Originally it was going to be like a show poster, and then they wanted it to be a full-on festival. And it turned into what it is now, which is going to be a Sublime show with Stupid. They're both co-headlining down at Petco Park. And fingers crossed, we're talking about being down there for live painting again. With Stupid, and that's gonna be the first time I've ever been on stage with Stupid, like solo. But I did do one set with them a while back with Jimmy Avadia, but that's another story. But yeah,
what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean solo versus?
This will be my first time ever. Unless they bring Jimmy back out, which I'd be fine with, by the way, if he was up there too. But if I go out there on my own. On stage, that would be my first time painting solo. I did a work with Jimmy on stage. We both collaborated on the same piece. We prepped it before we got on stage. He had like an outline of it done, so it was his concept. But we worked on it together to get it to the final painting. This will be my idea and my set, and that will be really cool to have that kind of ownership of a set for my artwork on there. Like great opportunity, dude, to work, with these bands and then get on stage with them. That's crazy. Like, I don't know.
What a fucking great life. Like all of that, just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, and you're so rare as an artist. Like there's so many people out there that create art in various forms of visual art, but so few people that do it live. And then it's related to music. Like there's music involved.
No, there's really a niche there. There's not a lot of live painters. I could make a list, a short list, and probably be.
Do you guys all know each other?
A lot of us down in SoCal do, because we've done a lot of these shows, these reggae festivals together, and we are like a tight knit family for the most part, So, I think it would be great to get everybody back together again in ways like have more festivals adopt the live painting, because it seems to kind of be at a standstill right now, if not regressing, like where less of that's happening, And I think, these festivals should give it a shot, get back to their roots, have more art at their festivals, at least down here. It's a trend I'm noticing. I've seen a lot of these big music festivals out in like, Lost Lands out in like Ohio, right? They've got 20, 30, 40 painters lined up, and and they're incredible. Like, and it's like, that is the vibe, dude. I'm going to mark my words. I'm going to get out to some of those shows too. Because I just want to be around other artists creating like that. Like, that's just the best vibe there is.
Yeah. I wish cause like at Reggae Rise Ups, they have like those big murals. They have muralists that are there and everything too. But usually like they're kind of done.
Yes.
By the time like they're already starting.
Like, I'd like to see the progress on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, like let's have them doing it like while the festival's going on.
Exactly. Yeah. But they've already finished for the most part by the time that, you'll see some people in there just kind of touching up things. Yeah. Like at the very beginning of the festival, but they're already done.
Yeah. I just recommend the live. I mean, if there's any festivals that jump in on this, hey, guys, the live art is a thing people do love seeing, and, I will say that's kind of how I got my start into working with everybody is, early on I was at Cali Roots, and I got to live paint, and that was like, something I've kind of been chasing, because I love doing that. And I just would like to see more of it. It shouldn't be like a dying thing, live music with live painting goes hand in hand, dude.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised to hear you say that. I've had the impression myself it was becoming gaining more steam, but looking at it now, it's like, it's definitely since the 2010s, it's really gone down.
Yeah. It seems like it.
90s to 2000s obviously was really big.
Yeah.
And even in the 60s and 70s, it was pretty big then too. But that's crazy. Because I have a friend who does art too. She's a teacher. She's an art teacher, and she does like various shows like around town, like local bands and stuff.
Yeah.
And she'll, paint, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Like,
who doesn't love
everyone loves it when the painters are there. Right.
Yeah.
So I do get that it's kind of maybe even a logistical nightmare or planning nightmare for everybody getting there, coordinating which bands are playing with who, and painting with who, getting band approval,
sure,
stage space and all that stuff. It's kind of a hassle, but I mean, I don't know. I've always had this vision, like maybe build 2 side stages, have 2 artists on either side the entire time. Not their own platform, slightly lower.
Just so it could be standard.
You're a go-go dancer, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, they've already got speakers kind of. Yeah, exactly, dude. Hit me late. Yeah.
A pole, just in case.
Yes, a pole would be great. Stabilize the artist.
Cam's like this, just like spinning like this.
Oh yeah,
spinning around.
We're going to the top. Going to the top with this one.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to quit my day job, and I'm going to start building go-go painters stages.
Yes.
At all these festivals.
The canvas attaches to the pole. Goes up with the artist. Yeah. It's on a sliding rig.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
No, that would be great just to make it more standardized like that.
You know what? Jimmy Ovadia would crush that, by the way. I know that sounds I'm just saying. He will get up on the rafters and flip upside down and like get up there and like paint while he's down. Dude, I don't know if you've seen these videos of him. But he's gotten up there, and he's literally got this guitar canvas.
Wait, what's his name?
Jimmy Ovadia. Oh, I say Ovadia. It's Ovadia, I believe. Yeah. He is a genius live painter. He's kind of like a mentor to me because we work together at Cali Roots, at Reggae in the Desert, Reggae on the Bay, at Mandalay Bay. We did Roots on 66. We're tons of shows we've actually collaborated on stage and painted together. Bayfest, it just keeps going. Cali Vibes, another one. That's where we painted with Slightly Stupid, was Cali Vibes. Yeah. And, thanks to Jimmy, I got up there, got to do that.
Yeah. I like how when like all these festivals they're not as original. It's usually like it's Reggae in the Rocks. Red Rocks. Reggae in the Grass. in the grass.
Reggae on the
in the
river.
bay. Yeah.
Reggae on the river.
Yeah, reggae
Yeah.
in the river, reggae in the bay,
I mean, it's pretty on the nose.
reggae in the desert.
Reggae on the way is another one. I mean, I love these guys. These are, but
Reggae
they are
in my backyard.
yeah,
Yeah, reggae in the yard.
yeah. California roots, Cali vibes. It's the Pepsi to the Coke. It's the it's the Coke Zero. Yeah. You got to have competition. I think it's friendly competition. You got to have two different like camps.
Wait, is there a
pushing.
reggae on the lake?
There's probably. I'll bet, dude. I'll bet.
Dang it.
If not, we need to go get that
I know this is
domain right
I
now.
was gonna say we need to go
Reggae
figure
on the
out-
lake.
Reggae on the lake.
Let's do it. Yeah. We'll have it in Lake Elsinore.
Yeah, no, it's a thing.
Reggae on the lake. Oh man, dang it.
Yeah.
How about reggae in the mountains?
Dude,
Reggae
honestly.
in the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Reggae
on the mountain
On the
is
mountain,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say I've
dang
heard
it.
of that one.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Yeah.
Gotta find something like
Man, it's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard.
Reggae on
right?
the Mountain, an
Yeah.
iconic Southern California roots.
Is there reggae in the trees?
reggae in the trees?
Yeah. I know this place up north that's called Sonoma Zipline Adventures.
Okay.
They're basically like a bunch of tree houses
Yeah.
and zip lines all through the woods, out there.
Build a little amphitheater up in the fucking
Dude,
trees.
I mean, concerts would be crazy over
Right.
there. Yeah, like really cool. Yeah.
No?
Wow. So where's Kooklandia? What the hell is that?
Oh,
So
so
reggae-
there really is one?
Reggae in the trees at Kooklandia.
Oh my God.
Kooklandia's first reggae party features the pomegranate sounds. Its
the
custom
shit,
dance hall
dude?
sound system in full effect. Join the groove.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, reggae in the forest.
Reggae in the forest.
It's got to be taken.
Let's see here.
Reggae by the sea. Definitely taken.
no reggae in the forest?
There's no reggae in the forest.
That's it. You heard it here.
All right. We're snagging it.
Podcast reggae in the forest.
Reggae in the forest.
Yeah, it's reggae in the jungle. No reggae in the forest.
Ooh.
Reggae in the jungle. All right. They're the
That
Pepsi.
sounds like a fight. Yeah.
Pepsi to our Coke.
A rumble in the jungle.
Yeah, reggae in the jungle.
Oh my God.
All right, there it is, $1. We're going to start the very first ever Reggae in the Forest.
Reggae in the forest.
The Mike and Tony presents.
Yeah. I'm going to have to steal the Sasquatch mascot back from Reggae on the Way. Sorry, guys, for this one. We're starting our own right here, right now. So we're starting a festival. Three dudes in a podcast.
It's not Pepsi, it's not Coke, it's Sam's Choice.
Yeah.
Sam's
Yeah. Sam's Choice.
This is Kirkland.
Dr. Thunder.
Yeah, this is Kirkland's signature.
Yeah. Respect the thunder. Yeah.
What's a song from any genre, any era that you think would make great visual art or that you would love to paint to or something like that?
Man. Oh, man. I mean, we were just singing not the Doors, but Pink Floyd earlier.
Yeah. Oh
that'd be
my
sick.
The
God.
visuals, the visuals from the wall were insane, right? So I mean, that definitely inspired me. I think there was at one point in my crazy life where I stayed up for a few days and just watched that and a few other animated movies, but that was one of the main ones where I just obsessed over how symbolic and heavy that whole entire film is, associated with an album like that. Nobody's ever really done it since or, before that, like that. So
Right.
remarkable animation, psychedelic and meaningful. And I think a lot of those symbols everyone can resonate with. If you've gone to school, if you've gone through, kind of the education that society provides you,
Right.
you can relate to it. And there's a dark side, obviously, to the wall, right? But I feel like breaking through that wall is, there's something on the other side. There's hope, and I think that is represented very well in that as well. Like it's like a rehabilitation of this person, in a way, right? But yeah, there's some dark moments in there, so I do resonate with both. Getting over
life,
that,
right?
yeah,
There's the light and the dark. There's always both.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels like that wall is like something you can't get over,
Yeah.
So, you got to break on through.
To the other side.
Yeah, to the other side.
To the other
Now we're
side.
yeah.
We're going through.
Jim Morrison is there.
A naked Indian?
And a naked Indian. And we're all on a peyote ride.
No, I off podcast before we talked about how dope you would think it would be to do like a rock poster.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. I think you've talked about that before.
Oh yeah, like I mean, Deftones,
Like
Corn, Limp Bizkit, even. I mean, like
what about
back in the
Foo
day.
Fighters or Red Hot Chili Peppers? Red Hot Chili Peppers would be a dope.
Oh yeah, I mean, let's, dude, Foo Fighters, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care about any of the news. All right, I don't care about any of that. Don't ruin Dave Grohl. Don't even try.
That's what we talked about before: is separating the art from the musician.
No, I gotta be able to laugh. I gotta be able to listen to music, and it's about those things. And like the pain that person's in, the addictions and things that they're into. Sometimes it spawns that crazy, beautiful art. I mean, right? I got to be able to still watch some Kevin Spacey movies. I'm sorry, there's like that's crazy.
And now that Tiger is just one single guy, he's fucking.
I don't know. I don't know if I can though. Now some of the things that now. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like you want to try to put that out of your mind. So some of it's a little bit difficult. So I think the spectrum of like what it depends on what they did.
Yeah.
But I mean. I wish I could be like, yeah, Louis C.K., I'm happy you're coming back, but I don't know, dude. Like some things I'm like, bro, like, I don't know if you can come back from that, I don't know. Poor choice of words for Louis C.K. Sorry, Louis. Yeah, no,
I always come.
Yeah, I come every time. I'm always coming back. Whether they like it or not.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, no, but no, that's...
Yeah, a rock poster would be...
Yeah, rock poster would be crazy cool, dude. Like I would work with, dude, Queens of the Stone Age would be one I'd love to work with.
Yeah.
Deftones, because I saw their tour posters last time I was out, and I really liked them. But I was like, man, I want to do like art for that poster because they're very design heavy posters. I like their stuff, but it appeals to the designer in me, because I've been a designer for years. But I want to see some more illustration on there.
What about a System of a Down?
System of a Down, absolutely.
Geez.
Yeah. Give me like a System of a Down tour poster to work on. That'd be crazy. And there's still some artists working with them on like the random shows that they get to do. And,
that's cool, dude.
Yeah, man. Who was the one? There was a poster artist that just dropped one. It was like this crazy piece. It was like people lined up on the street. And it was like this political statement. It was like a Coca-Cola bottle Molotov cocktail.
Oh, whoa.
And all these people were lined up, like they looked kind of destitute, So it was like a wild poster, but made you think. That's the kind of heavy symbolism, I'd like to do some stuff like that in the rock world because it's not all sunshine and rainbows,
No.
And being able to express that side would be great, and I definitely come from a background where I have some of that darker art, but I've been, focused on being positive, having
chill
that positive,
vibes,
chill vibe. Yeah. But I want to bring some of that stuff back in to my work, some of that edgy
peacock, peacock, you gotta let me fly.
Yeah.
Have you ever made pieces that you look back on now and you kind of cringe or whatever, or you weren't a fan? But other people liked it.
There's definitely pieces where I stopped myself because I didn't really like the way it was going, and I've kind of reworked it. And there's things where I've gone back years later and finished off that I didn't think was possible. But
I love that,
dude. It's really forgiving,
crazy like
that.
Yeah.
Painting, especially. I mean, you can just pour more paint on top, and then you've got the forgiveness of paints, acrylic paint, you just layer on top, happy little mistakes. You can work with those mistakes.
Okay.
It's, that's what I like about it. There's always a fresh start with another layer of paint, so.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he's dropping wisdom for life over here.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's time. Sometimes those times in our lives,
What's the craziest shit anybody's ever asked you to paint? Has there ever been a time where you were like, you weren't feeling it, but you just put it in anyway?
Well, I did work for bands before I got sober. Right. And I had a little stint with some addictions in my late high school years. Luckily I graduated, made it through, I graduated while I was sober for a while, it was a good stretch there, like about an 8-month stretch. Doing well,
Got
her done, and graduated. But I had some bands that approached me and wanted to pay me with product. Let's just say, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and some of the artwork that was the subject was very centered around the drugs,
Oh, okay.
So, there's a piece where it was a dealer, and the dealer was a large guy, right? But he was short and stocky, and they were very specific about the image that they wanted, right? They wanted this short, stocky dealer wearing flip-flops like Birkenstocks, you know what I mean? But he's like covered in open sores, and like he's carrying this bag of dope, and he's handing it off to this other guy, and he's like this fiend, right? And
the guy he's handing it to?
Yeah, the guy he's handing it to is a total, like, he looks like he's been on the street for weeks,
Okay.
and it's like the cycle, it's supposed to represent, I think, the cycle of addiction, someone getting into, the dealer versus the addict, the guy high on his own supply, it's a destructive cycle, right? But, they also had me, I mean, if it wasn't obvious enough what it was, they had me like, draw these skeletal figures in the dark shadows behind them, holding on to their ankles. And it was a very, yeah. So,
Damn.
that was one of the darkest pieces, weirdest pieces I think I've had to do, like as a request,
Yeah.
So I had to kind of,
They were happy,
I
though.
pulled it from references of people I knew, at that time, in my own mind.
Sure.
So yeah, no, but, made it out of that whole situation,
Right on. Bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was a point where, I thought that was going to be my life. So that was another wall I had to get through,
Yeah, I don't think we've talked much about that because that's not a lot of people make it through that kind of stuff. Once you get into it, it's the people who emerge on the other side.
Oh, there's a lot of homies I had that just kept going, and I don't know where they are today,
Damn.
Last I heard, trouble with the law, things like that, or I don't hear from them at all. They're not around for their kids, that kind of stuff. It's like addiction kind of swallowed them up, so, and they're still in that life. Some of them still to this day are somehow alive and
isn't that crazy?
in the weeds of their addiction. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm standing then, if these same people I was rubbing shoulders with, so.
Because you got off the roller coaster.
Yeah. I mean,
off the ride.
I definitely hit my rock bottom, and I just, when I was like homeless for a little while.
Wow.
In Riverside. And,
how long ago was this?
I was 21, so it's been 20 years. Yeah. 20 years. I just, hit 41, hit my 20-year mark, off of hard stimulants. And never looked back after one crazy day,
Fuck yeah. It was one day that did you.
Yeah, it was just, I had come to a point where I had like open sores from a blood infection.
Oof.
That I think was related to the drugs, like the overuse of it. And, but it stemmed from a brown recluse bite. Right. And I was like down and out in a way. My mom, I was still living with my mom at 20 years old. Not something, I'm super proud of, but at that time I was with my mom, and she found the last bit of my dope and she flushed it down the toilet. And I was like, I was going to sell that. And like, she didn't care, right? Like I was going to sell that. I wasn't going to do it. And
she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I just needed to get a little high so I could go sell the rest of it. And then I wasn't going to do it anymore. I'm actually selling it to go to rehab, so, and it's a weird story, but that was actually kind of true. Like I actually had a plan to like sell this and go do it, but I didn't have that option because I was going to go up north with my girlfriend at the time and go to rehab with her in Salem, Oregon. And then I had already made up my mind because it's just all the physical problems of being a tweaker, kind of got to me. So, but yeah, one day that happened. I snapped and I was just like, all right, like I called my dad and he got me checked in at a place, and it was like a men's work home. And this place was in Wilmington, right? New Life Faith Center. And it was a little pastor. They called him Jalapeno. He was this little spicy pastor. He Latino man, a Mexican American, and they had a whole squad of a biker squad, right? Like they looked like a biker gang when they rolled out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was called Sons of El Shaddai, right? They had like this warrior on the back, and they had a big old sword, and
I'm in, bro.
And so the whole time I was there, I was like listening to the messages that he had, from the Bible, and it gave me a lot of hope. And I turned things around, with their help and being in the right place, around people who cared, So
hell yeah, dude.
yeah, I spent 5 months in that place. Had 2 people, because of the lifestyles we were in. 2 people while I was there pass away. So seeing that only motivated me more to get on the right path, because even people I was in rehab with on passes were passing away. So it was like, you got to finish, and you got to do this.
Yeah.
Do this for the dudes, that were there trying to get their life straight and OD'd on a pass, or, it was crazy, man. It was a crazy time, but not to be too dark and depressing.
No, it's not depressing at all, bro.
Yeah.
That's like, it's a really inspiring story. Hearing something like that,
Yeah.
and realizing and thanks for opening up and just talking about that shit.
Thank you. Yeah.
My dad was super addicted to meth, and he sold meth out of the house and stuff growing up. And I have somebody, you were talking about, friends that you lost track of and stuff. That's like, I have family members like that. Last I heard, they were in jail. I don't really know what's going on now.
It's sad. It swallows up,
It does.
their will to do anything other than that. So it's like all you're really after is chasing that high, and then it becomes the center of your whole existence, and it's like then you're lost at that
Everything
point.
starts to pale in comparison.
Then you forget that there's a whole life outside of that. You're like tied up with these other people that are doing it, and that's the thing with this, the socializing of even drinking can be bad for some people, right? But that's one of those things where it can be perpetuated by that lifestyle, and you're in this lifestyle with these other people, and kind of feeding off of their bad vibes. It's who you surround yourself with, for sure.
Truly. I always surround myself with potheads.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, keep it natural, people. Yeah. God made something better, I'm sure, as an alternative. I mean, ayahuasca over tweak, what I mean, or meth or whatever, all that man-made bullshit. You know what I mean?
Get you some mushrooms, some psilocybin.
Yeah, I've never done ayahuasca, but I'm just using an example here. Okay, but
it sounds great.
It sounds cool. I
probably looks nice.
I'm sure that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure it's dope.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's not dope. That's a little different.
No,
I've had some friends go on ayahuasca trips, and they come back and they're like, "Yeah, man, it's like cleansed out my whole spirit."
Wow,
and I'm like,
it is rough though, right? Like people throw up and stuff when they do the actual.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it gets a little gnarly. Like they told me, when I was done puking for the 5th time, then I saw God, and it was like, okay, do I want to go for that ride? I don't know.
Just smoke it. That's why the people just smoke it. They're like, well, I'll bypass that part.
Sometimes I think if God wants me to see him, I'll see him. He's showing me somewhere. But I think those things are kind of like an accelerated stairway, to like
easy access
to something beyond us. Yeah, for sure. Like seeing through the fabric of reality a little bit, or seeing the tapestry of reality. That's what I see,
DMT is a crazy one because people talk about like the same beings and shit.
Yeah,
like
being like
the same
on the other side of the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's people who get banned from it. Like they go all the time, and then they're like literally the beings, and then they smoke it, and nothing will happen to them. They can't get to that point.
Ooh, no, I haven't heard of that. But
we're not doctors. This is something I saw on TikTok.
I'm definitely getting kicked out from DMT land. I'm kind of known for getting kicked out of places. So, yeah,
but it is wild, and I do think that, like you said, like drugs and certain things, psychedelics and stuff like that, are a way to like directly connect fast. But there's examples of like. What's that meditation? It starts with a V, Vipassana or something like that. And people can get to those kind of states too, where they have very similar experiences through, breathing exercises and stuff like that.
All you need is a deprivation tank. Apparently. But I've heard stories of people taking acid in deprivation tanks. Have you, dude?
Oh, that's
Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was Anthony Kiedis telling a story about when he was younger. Early on in the band, he like got in there and was like seeing all kinds of crazy, visions.
On acid in a float tank.
Yes. So just like completely in your mind, no other outside feedback,
I always wonder like what would happen if I did something crazy, something like that. I've never done acid or whatever, but I wonder like, who am I really? You know what I mean? Like, would I break? Would I just be like, oh, this is the worst? Or would you be like, oh, this is...
It might be good for you, to break some of those things.
I think so.
So
a little painful though.
Yeah.
A lot of that shit I feel like...
Be worth it.
My locked in patterns. Yeah. Bro, it's so good to have you back. I'm so glad that you came. Good to see you in person. And anytime you come through, bro, you should...
Yeah, I'm down. Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
You want to send people anywhere right now?
Yeah, website.
Ooh, yeah, go to my website, CameronSchuyler.com. You can actually get to that link on my Instagram. It's pretty easy to get there that way. My link tree is on there, all my links. So check out the stuff that's coming.
I was going to tell you, by the way, I like your new logo.
Oh yeah, I posted it up today. Actually, I have a new emblematic logo that I was working with my manager on. Getting his approval. I was like, hey, what do you think of this? He's like, it's dope. I'm like, all right, approved. No, but I'm excited about that. I feel like it's a little bit more raw. Like it stems from an actual hand drawn thing I did on a signature on one of my pieces. So
So
episode 277 is in the bag.
Woo!
Von Pierce.
Yes, sir. Check out all the Cameron stuff. Again, he's going to be live painting for the Elevators at Red Rocks on their first headlining tour for Red Rocks. So if you're going to be at that show,
come check it out. Come check out the paint getting slapped up. Yeah.
All right, Dollar. With that is a wrap. Cheers.